Yo, what is going on, everyone? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. We are back with another Dragon Quest Die a Hero's Bond video. We're gonna go ahead and talk about a beginner's guide because I have been recently become part of the Discord for this. Having an absolute blast meeting everyone, but I thought I'd go ahead and just jump into my own beginner's guide and maybe I can help out some new players that are coming in. I'm not the greatest yet. I don't plan on be, but I definitely want to see what I can do to help out, people that are just coming in. I'm definitely going to help you try and get a better start. So the first thing about the reroll is that you're going to go ahead and jump into the training. Once you complete the training, little video, or not video, well, yeah, it's got a couple of videos in it. You're going to go ahead and be given a bunch of stuff to your present box. I believe right now you're starting off with 13 to 14,000 free gems from the devs, which is very, very generous. Once you receive those gems, you may or may not want to pull in the treasure hunt. The treasure hunt will be the general area where all the gems are spent. By clicking on the treasure hunt, you'll be given various banners right now, and we'll kind of go over them right here. So the first banner you're going to see is a launch celebration treasure hunt. Go ahead and skip that. The reason why I'm going to say that is because for some reason in High Uncle's event, there is a rate up for the general pull weapons along with his features. So not only can you get the general pull weapons, and you also have a chance to get the feature, which is very, very good. Now, always before making a pull, go ahead and look at the details and rates. For some reason, in Dragon Quest at the moment, the rates are up a lot higher than the actual general pull area. Or the celebration event. So right now we have the Shadow Armor Blade with his Heinkels. You also have Dai's weapon, Avon's, the Croc, another hero, Pop, Ma, and then several others. As you can see, their rate up is pretty wild. There is a pickup for Dragonmail legs at 5%, but everything else, Clown Shirt, Lunar Robe, all that stuff is a 0.58. So it's actually even higher than the featured, which is really good at this moment because there's a lot of great stuff in here to start off with. Now, going for any of this stuff is not necessary. I just want to make that really clear. You don't have to, but for me, I'm a stickler for banners, and I do like some of the stuff in here as I feel like it does, help you progress a little bit faster. So if you're going to be pulling for general stuff, go ahead and use this banner as long as it's active. Also, we're going to have the training treasure hunt. Now, this has got some pretty neat gear in it, but we're going to kind of go over whether or not it's worth it for the reroll process. So first, you're going to go ahead and start off with the sword. Now, the sword, for most of y'all know the Dragon Quest lore, metal slimes are really hard to hit. And in this game, they don't stray far from that as well. They are very, very hard to hit. But there are ways that you can get around it. This sword does help you defeat metal slimes as a level 3 trait. It does raise the accuracy and grants 2 extra damage, but only at max level, which means that you have to pull the sword plus 4 duplicates of it, which is very unlikely. I don't recommend chasing the weapon. Now, if you do get it going for the training outfit, top, legs, and shield, yes, you won. But even with this, we're going to go over just the top because the legs and the shield have very similar traits. By scrolling down, it does have a pretty decent physical defense, but again, it is at max level, so that's a shirt and 4 dupes. So again, still very, very unlikely to get that max 30% unless you really wail for it. So right, as you can see, for level 5 trait, increases the user's XP for 30%, but at base stock trait, it's going to be a 10%. So you'll have 10% for the legs, the shield, and the shirt at start. Increasing the dupes will give you an extra 5%. So that's the biggest problem. I was able to pull 2 shirts and a shield, so I was able to get a total of 15% on the top and 10% on the shield, which would put me at 25% extra. But for some reason, I'm getting 26%. I really don't know where that extra 1% is coming from, but that's just what the page is telling me when I complete a mission. So if you want the extra XP boost, by all means, go for this. Inside here, the rates aren't too bad, so you have a chance of getting others as well. If you look down here, it is at a 0.4761%, which is actually not that bad for, I wouldn't even say it's a rate down. It's not a rate up, but it's definitely not a rate down. It's still a pretty decent chance, considering that the general pull is a 0.5. So you still have a chance to get all this really neat stuff in the 4-star area. And 3-star also really good. So even if you do pull 3-star equipment and armor and stuff like that, it's definitely going to benefit you. So as you can see, re-rolling, it's basically if you want to, it's not 100% necessary. So those are the kind of things that I would go after. So we'll kind of reiterate everything. General pull items, go for High Uncle's. If you want the training gear, go for the training gear. Now we can actually move on to the character and which one you should start off with. So as you're progressing through the story, you're going to go ahead and lock a vacation board along with your ally board. By clicking on a vacation board, you're going to go ahead and see your hero, warrior, mage, and priest. You're going to start off with the hero, but this can be changed later on during the game. So I went ahead and proceeded with unlocking hero and its full board. This is just based on which one you want to do. I prefer hero because you do get a 4-star lance at the beginning of the game as a free unlock. When they're actually teaching you about the gacha, that lance is only usable by the hero. You cannot use it for the warrior. So I feel like that's why I like the hero more. But if you want to change vocations later on after you progress through the game a little bit, upgrading warrior is actually a really good idea as well, as it's unlocked several other things. It really does kind of benefit HP, attack, and defense. Of course, mage is going to do the magic side, priest a lot of healing, but for me I went ahead and stuck with hero, so this is basically personal preference. I also want to point out that as a hero, the lance is electric based or lightning based. A lot of the infights require a weapon of that sort, so it does make it a lot easier to knock out the final levels. But if you want to go ahead and tackle it as a warrior or a mage, by all means do it. But that's also another reason why I chose hero. Next, we're going to go ahead and move on to the ally board. So right here, your primary guys are going to be Dai, Pop, and Ma. Dai is a very good DPS. He also has some pretty good defense. Pop is going to be your primary magic user. He does deal in fire and light. Ma is going to be a great healer. She does have a little bit of magic, but primarily I use her for healing, and she's really good at it. Later on, you do unlock several other characters like Avon, Croc, High Ankle, and then a secondary version of him through the event. So you don't want to spread your resources out too thin. You want to concentrate on 3 characters and then kind of move forward with that. The main character that you can kind of move in and out, probably Dai. You can use them, switch them out for Avon, Croc, or High Ankle, depending on how you want your team to be built. But make sure you go ahead and keep Pop and Ma in there at all times, because they're really good. Pop is really good at AoE magic. He's really good at farming as well. He can clear out mobs really quickly. Ma's going to keep you alive because she has some healing abilities. Dai, like I said, DPS. Defense. So he's the one that you can kind of move in and out. The next thing you're going to want to concentrate on is the story and events. Starting off with the story, there are currently 4 chapters available with beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Each chapter is going to be character specific. Chapter 1 is going to have a lot of stuff for Dai. Chapter 2 is going to have stuff for Pop. Chapter 3 is going to have Ma. And chapter 4 is going to concentrate on Croc. So each of these are going to have specific mats for their vocation boards. Completing each of these is going to be really important towards the progression of each character. There are also several weapons that you can farm in here, 3-star actually. They won't be in a beginner, but they will start with an intermediate. When you do come across these 3-star weapons, definitely take the time to farm each individual 1 to 4-star, just to kind of help you out through the story if you are not able to pull anything from the gacha. These 3-star weapons come in forms of a fire staff, a light staff, a fire spear, an axe, and a sword. Just make sure that whenever you do see these, go ahead and knock them out. It'll definitely be worth your time. Next, you're going to want to go ahead and take a look at events. The events are going to be very important as they are time limited, guys. So right now we have Action as Virtue and the Hero Tutor returns. Now, Action of Virtue is already about to end. It was for the High Ankle event. He did come with a free character along with several other rare materials. Same thing with Hero Tutor. We do have 46 days left on that, so you do have time to do this. But since this video is coming out a little bit later, try to knock that out in a day if it is possible. There are several things in here you don't want to miss. All you would do is go to the exchange shop. As you can see, mine is empty. I went shopping, guys. I went ahead and bought everything in here. The next thing I can do is I can accumulate gold with these coins if I want to. Also, there's multiplayer in here, 2 different versions, an intermediate and an advanced. Definitely stick with the intermediate. If you want, you only need to clear the advanced once. You definitely want to just work on the intermediate for farming materials. But just all in all, make sure you complete all these events as they do come with very important stuff. Also, skill scrolls. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here to farm. A lot of fun. I've already farmed the Action of Virtue. Now I'm moving on to Hero Tutor returns. But yeah, this is why you want to concentrate on this, guys. Next, we're going to go ahead and talk about the importance of boards. You're going to go ahead and click on Upgrade Management, and then you're going to click on Board, and then we're going to go ahead and start off with the Ally board because we went over Vocation earlier. So here, I am going to go ahead and go with Avon because I haven't really messed with this board too much. And as you can see, I do have some blinking nodes here. So each individual node requires some type of material. So we'll go ahead and click on a random one. Anything blinking can be clicked on and activated. So here you can go ahead and hit Panel Details, and it tells you what the node's going to unlock. So max HP plus 5. Let's say for some crazy reason I did not have enough materials to actually click on this node. You're going to want to go ahead and hold down that material. It's the Seed of Endurance. And then here it tells you where the location of each individual one. As you can see, it does say challenge quest, which we will be going over challenges here shortly. Go ahead and click on that and look for the one, because these require tickets and not everybody's going to have the tickets. So you're going to want to go to the closest thing. For me, here it's going to be Dragon Tracks Chapter 3. Go ahead and click on Move. Then it's going to go ahead and take you to the area where you farm it. Go ahead and play that one. See how many it gives you. Trial and error, of course. Find out the best area that works for you. Go ahead and complete it and then get your mats. Once you've gotten the mats required for the ones you were missing, we'll go ahead and click on this guy. And then we'll hit claim. And we'll go ahead and build up to the area where I need to go. So as you can see, we'll just keep building until we get to this green node, which is going to be very, very important. And here's why. Once we get there, this is going to be for magic attack. Click on that. And then right here, this is what's going to actually rank you to the next level. As you can see, it's 1 out of 20. By clicking on this and hitting panel details, it's going to tell us level limit 120 to 130. So go ahead and click on that. And now you have access rank 2. So these little blue / green nodes, depending on, I don't know, your color gamut, it's going to let you rank up. Also, these little red guys right here are very important as well. I haven't unlocked the adjacent, but we'll go ahead and do that real quick. Go ahead and unlock that guy. Here's another magic. I do have the extra material, so I don't mind doing this. And then as you can see here, we'll hit panel details. And for this, it's called a trait panel. To acquire this trait, Avon Soul, blah, 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 raises the physical and magical defense of all enemies for a short time and successful guarding 10%. You're going to go ahead and click on this, and that activates the trait for you. So these boards are very, very important. You're going to want to go ahead and fill out each node. And of course, each one's going to be hidden by these ranks. You won't unlock the next. So I do have a 1 through 30. I won't unlock the rest of the board until I'm 1 over 30. So 31 will unlock the rest of the panels for me and will allow me to proceed to get stronger with this character. So just keep that in mind. Next, we're going to go over weapon upgrading. So weapon management equipment. This is going to take you to upgrade and evolve equipment. From here, you'll have a list of weapons that you can choose from. I'll go ahead and do one on screen for you just to kind of show you how it works. You're going to go ahead and hit upgrade materials and then use materials to upgrade. Right here, it is max level 15. Go ahead and select and OK. It does cost a little bit of gold, not to worry. Next, you're going to look into evolving the weapon. So we'll go ahead and use this as an example. We will pick a random weapon like this axe right here. Now for evolving, it can take up to 4 dupes. Right now mine's level 5. This level it doesn't really matter what your level is. You can always evolve a weapon just at any point in time. Just by clicking on the dupe, hit select. It does cost a little bit of gold. And hit select. Now this is going to evolve the weapon so that you can increase the rank, therefore increase the level. So as you can see here, now I went from evolution 1 to 2, and now my max level is from 20 to 25. This will help build the stats, for the weapon and also for the character. Now that we've learned how to evolve and upgrade the weapon, let's go ahead and jump into challenges real quick. So for challenges, you're going to want to go to the main menu and hit events. Now the challenges area is where you're going to get a lot of your weapon ores, your XP, your gold, materials. Now this stuff can all be obtained daily. Now this is why I say daily, is that every day at the reset time, which for me is 2 p.m, they do give you tickets for gold, growth, and what is it called, the equipment upgrade. And I believe I don't know if they give you a blue ticket. I'm not too sure. I can't remember now. The only problem with this is that they only give you one and they do not stack. So make sure that you are doing this, as it is very, very, very important. Growth Trial is a huge XP boost. Just by clicking on this, you'll see that I have started. I'm on Growth Trial part 5. This does give me anywhere between 8,000 to 10,000 XP a day. So guys, please do not try to stack your tickets, as they will not stack. Make sure you're doing this daily. The equipment upgrade is just what it says. This is going to help you get materials for your weapons to upgrade. These are very, very high ranking weapon ores, so make sure you get those. Gold is very, very important. I want to make this really clear. In order to advance in the game with skills and all this other stuff, you need a lot of gold. Just recently, I had to use 1 million gold to rank up a skill. We won't go over skills in this video today because this is just a starter guide, and ranking up skills is going to be a little bit further in, so I will make a separate guide for you guys on that. Here, if you are missing materials for your boards, make sure you grind the ones that are needed. But something really, really cool, and I want to make this, kind of clear, is that every time you do complete one, you do get another ticket to complete the next. So it is actually pretty fun to do this at kind of like at start, because you kind of, as you progress, you get more and more tickets. Same thing with growth. Once you complete the part 1, you'll get another ticket, so you can hit part 2 and another ticket, and so on and so on. But daily, you only get 1 a day. So guys, make sure you're doing this. All right, so now that we're wrapping things up, we have a couple things to go over before the conclusion of this video. The next things are going to be your soul crystals. Now, soul crystals here are going to help you get stronger throughout the game. Before we jump into the whole idea of upgrading, activating, all this other stuff, which it is kind of a lot to take in, so I'll try to make it as easy as possible. You're going to first want to go to treasure hunt. Now, every day, the devs have decided to give us 1 treasure hunt for a soul. So you're going to go over here, look over here. And then right here where it says Soul Hunt 300, usually it says free. Every day around 2 p.m. my time, we do get a reset, and then we are able to pull for 1 soul. It can be anywhere between a 1 and 4 star, which the 4 star, currently are the best ones. And they are phenomenal at leveling up your character and making them a stronger unit. So now we're going to go back. So we're going to go back into the soul crystals. And here's where it gets a little bit complicated. So during the process, if you do manage to pull, and you do want to, and you do get some duplicates, do not, and I repeat guys, do not upgrade the souls. Now when I say do not upgrade, as you can see here as an example, I have 2. I have a rank 1 and a rank 2. I messed up, okay? I'm gonna be real with you guys. I messed up. I wasn't thinking. I was like, oh yeah, let's rank up, right? It's not worth it, okay? So make sure you do not do this. So it's gonna ask you to, rank up your soul. It is locked right now, so I don't do something stupid. All right, so do not rank up your souls if you have a duplicate. Go ahead and keep them there, and here is why. So we're going to go ahead and start with Ma, as it's the only duplicate I have at the moment, and I'll kind of explain why you should not do it. At least not yet. At least not yet. Let's make sure we go ahead and we build these guys correctly before actually start, adding dupes. So let's click on Ma. As you can see, dupes do work on the resonance. So as you can see, adding the same color of each one does increase the percentage, right? So if we were to click on this right here, let's see. Yes, we're going to go ahead and hold that down. The soul skills that come with it, these are very, very important. Right here, I have a raised magical attack by 8%, a physical defense by 8%, and then an HP by 3%. This is not stock in any way. As you can see below it, it does say soul skill rank, which is because I did activate a dupe. It's not worth it percentage-wise. And then below that, you see soul skill points, 6 out of 10. What this is telling me is that I have 6 out of 10 skill points. Now these can be obtained throughout the story or just by using the character with the soul skill activated on the character. This tells you the soul type. And then right here, it's gonna say activate, right? So we're gonna go ahead and click on activate. Now what this does is that this allows us to upgrade each individual node. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click on this little magnifying glass, and here it tells you what's the highest rank you can get on them. But as you can see, it does change from raised physical attacks to raised magic. Depending on which person you put this node on is how you want to build this. Now these can be changed at any point in time. They're not set in stone, and that's what's great about this. So for her, I want her based on magical tech. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. As you can see here, it does tell me I have 6 souls to mess with. So by adding 1, 2, 3, I go ahead and select. It does cost gold, which is not a lot. You click on it, and it's basically a random gacha on this part. It's an RNG. It is letting me know here that I was able to get a physical attack of 7% and then 2 other nodes for 6 magical attack. I'm based on magic, which the one I already have is better at 8%. Normally it's like, oh crap, I have to pick one, right? It's like, well, no, that's not the case at all. You go ahead and click the one you want and you select. So you never miss out on this. If anything, you just potentially get stronger as this progresses. So we'll go back to that real quick since I do have this one. And these are base stats that it come with. So we're going to go ahead and go to activate and upgrade. So here we can actually upgrade the soul itself. So you can use these by finding these little pink pots, and these are farmable throughout the story, all types of things. And we'll go ahead and use these as an example. So we'll go ahead and select. And there you go. Now you've raised up the level of this node. Of this soul. And as you can see here, base resonance is plus, goes from 1 to 9. So it looks like it's 1% per level. Tells you how much XP you used. We can go ahead and hit back, go back into soul crystals and go to change. Go back to Ma. As you can see here, it did go up to 60%. Now back to what I was talking about on activate. So if you want to go and activate and you want to give it another shot, go ahead and hit the activate node. Click on the one you're looking for, which is this one. And I want to get this up on magical attack just a little bit more. So I'm going to waste another 3. As you can see, I did get lucky and I got a physical attack 8 and a magical attack plus 7. But since I have her playing magic, I'm going to go ahead and activate that magical attack and hit select. Now that is permanently there until I say so. So if I want to change that to physical attack later using a different character, then that's very possible. Same thing goes with all other souls. From here, as you can see, I level them up. Physical defense, I have 8%. If I want to go a little bit higher on that, I want to go and hit activate. I want to find the Draki. Click on this guy. Wait. I want to hit activate. Draki. There we go. And then we want to hit this 8% right here. As you can see, the highest I can get is 11%. Go ahead and click on that guy. And let's go all in. 10. Select. Okay. And it's going to give me 10 slots. Let's hope I get a gold. And I don't get a gold. But I do get a 9%. So I will take that. And there we go. So make sure you guys go through this and kind of play with it. Make sure it works out for you guys. Matching the colors is very, very important as well. Right here, as you can see, my hero, he's completely maxed out. That's what a max out's going to look like. As you can see, my power is plus 397 just from that. So this is very, very important. I'm later on going to probably match up these individuals to see if it increases my power. I'm pretty sure it does, but 100% is, max at the moment. Same thing goes for Pop. I'm kind of missing stuff here. Another thing to note is that there is sometimes a bonus. Now the bonus here, it will show you this little ring around Avon kind of blinking. That's when it's telling you that there's a bonus to this soul, to this character. So as you can see here, by clicking on that, it says -3, and you can kind of play with that to see like which higher percentage it helps you out with. But let's say we're to click on this -3, right? Hit OK. And then we'll go back and click on this one. You're going to see a resonance bonus. So you definitely want to stick with that. The bonuses are always going to help you out the most. So that's just kind of going over. You can kind of fiddle around with this, see what works best for you, because everybody's going to have different souls. So I hope that helped you out. Now on to the last part. We are going to be finishing off with Bonding Halo. Now this is also very, very important. All this information I provided to you today is to help you increase your power level so that you can progress through the game, knocking out those intense missions. So Bonding Halo is what you're going to want to click on. Now, this is a very simple explanation. So for bonding effects, for every rank, it looks like it's +5 on the rank. You get these, buffs. These are raises allies max HP to 5. I mean, and this works for everybody. Right now I'm currently at 40, but the real way to get this is just play with the characters. I still need to work on Croc. I need to play with Croc as a partner. Adding these two guys to your team will increase your bond level. When you complete a level, it actually tells you how much bond points you get. Of course, farming bond points, I haven't really done too much research in, so go ahead and just make sure you kind of keep an eye on that, see which level has the most bond for you, and then go ahead and farm it using that. Because as you can see, the effects here are definitely worth it. At 45, you do raise all allies physical attack by 5%, and then at 50, you do raise all allies max HP by 10, which anything's gonna help you in this game. Same thing. So all you gotta do, it's real simple, play with the character to get those bond levels up. So guys, that is gonna conclude my beginner's guide. Wow, that was a lot of information. I'm sorry about that, but I'm definitely trying to see if I can help you guys out in any way. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions, comments, please throw them down in the comment section below. If you have any recommendations on how to make these videos better, something you want to see in the future, just go ahead and throw it in the comments. Or I am in the Discord, just shoot me a message. I have no problems receiving messages. I'm very open to talk to anybody. You guys have a great night. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.